Hello students, welcome back to your economics class. Today we are again doing the story of village Palampur, the first chapter. I have a scenario here which is also there in your textbooks. You can open it up in your textbooks to page number 11. We are going to look at three farmers. Each has grown wheat on his field and the production is different for all three of them. But consumption of wheat by every family is the same over here. This is just an example. This is a very idealistic situation to teach you all how the farmers differ. The whole of surplus wheat this year of the year is used as the capital for next year's production. And you have to assume that the production next year is twice the capital that was used in production. And there are three tables given to us. Okay, so this is the first table. The darker black colors are the one that I have filled in. Don't fill in just blankly. Understand it. So let's say in the year one, the production is 100. The consumption is 40. So surplus is production minus consumption. So it will be 60. And hence the capital for the next year will also be 60. Now look at year two. Your production has doubled from the capital. So 60 plus 60 will be 120. Consumption over the years remains the same. Probably if there's an increase in the family size, the consumption may differ, but over here we are going to ideally assume it's the same. And again, the surplus is production minus consumption. So it will be 80. And so the capital for the next year is also 80. Next year, the production will again double from the capital. So it will become 160. Consumption remains the same. And so surplus is 120, which will be the capital for next year. Can you tell me what would be the production year 4? 240. Yes. So as you can see over here, what do you observe? That this farmer has quite a lot of surplus and he's making a lot of savings. That means now he can invest in other things. He can invest in better tools. He can invest in other non-farming activities. He can buy a cow. He can buy a tractor. He can buy a harvester, correct? So over here, this farmer looks comfortable and his system is working for him. Now look at the farmer number 2. Over here, the production is 80, consumption is 40. Hence, the surplus will remain 40. Capital for next year is 40. And again, production will double, so it will go to 80. Like you can see, it's a stagnant. There is no increase of production. Every year, it remains the same. So what will happen to this farmer? He has to maintain the lifestyle he's living. He cannot invest any more money. And if at all things go bad and his production decreases or the weather doesn't support, what will happen? Yes, he's not going to have enough capital for next year. Okay, so this is the second farmer. Let's look at the third farmer over here. His production is 60 and his consumption is 40. Hence his surplus is 20. So the capital for the next year is also 20. Then year 2 again production is double, so it will be 40. But 40 is his consumption, so there is no surplus. Now what is going to happen? Now he has no capital for next year. Does that mean he'll stop farming? No. What will he do? He will go to money lenders and he'll have to borrow money. And then he will be indebted forever. These were 3 different scenarios to show you the production of wheat between 3 farmers and how it differs. If you compare the production, you see the first one, the first farmer, his production over the years has increased. For the second farmer, it was stagnant. And for the third farmer, it kept on decreasing. The production kept on decreasing. Now, Let's look at the entire chapter at one glance. You all learned about the requirement of production, that was land, labor, physical capital, and human capital. You all already know what these four are. Land is the main factor of production, labor is the human factor of production, capital is the stock of man made goods which can be used for further production. We have two types of capital, that is human capital, fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital is the stock of produced means of production which can be repeatedly used in the process. And working capital will be, it includes the stock of raw materials and consumables which are exhausted during the process of production. Then we saw some farming activities. We saw how the land is fixed. And since the land is fixed, how can we increase the production from it? Because full land in Palanpur, all the possible land is under cultivation. So we saw we can use multiple cropping, we can use new techniques and farming methods, and we also see the use of HYV seeds. Okay, then there was the danger, the sustainability of land. Will the land be able to sustain it? And that time, because we were not sure if the land will be able to sustain it, so we saw how the fertilizers harm and how they don't help. So sustainability of land implies the sustainability of fertility of soil, which is in danger because of modern farming techniques. Then we also saw the unequal distribution of land among the people. We saw the land distribution pattern, and we saw how some households, because of the distribution amongst the children, the land holding sizes shrinking. Yes. Then we spoke about the labor, who provides the labor. We saw that most of the landless farmers, or the ones who have small plots of land, they have to work. And because there is lots of people who are ready to provide labor, so the labor is generally hired at a lower wage. Then we spoke about the capital, how if they want to use the modern techniques, they will require more capital. And how will they get this capital? Either by saving or by borrowing. Then all the surplus production is generally sold, and it helps in creating a capital for the next year. Then we saw some non-farming activities. We saw animal husbandry, we saw small scale production, we saw shopkeeping, we saw transportation, we saw dairy. And you also how all these adds to the income of the farmer. We even saw some examples. So basically, Palampur is a small hypothetical village having around 450 families. The nearest town of the village, nearest town to the village is Shapur. Then you saw the aim of production is to produce goods and services that are wanted by people. You saw factors of production, land, labor, physical capital, and human capital. We saw that farming is the main activity in Palampur, and most people are dependent on farming for their livelihood. Then you have seen the non-farming activities like dairy, small scale manufacturing, transport, which are carried out but on a very limited scale. Okay, so with this is a short summary. Now, what I want you all to do is these questions. Okay, don't write all the answers down in your notebooks. Only the answers that are not on your screen you have to write in your notebooks. First question, which is the main activity in Palampur? It's farming. What is the aim of production? To produce what we want. What is the standard unit of measuring land? hectare. How can one grow more from the same land? Multiple cropping. Enlist the Kharif crops in Palampur, Jawar and Bajra. What are Jawar and Bajra used for? Cattle feed. When do the farmers grow potato? October and December. Now this question, mention the crop grown in winter in Palampur. This question will require you to open the textbook, go through the chapter and find the answer. State the main reason that enables farmers to grow 3 different crops in a year in Palampur, the well-developed system of irrigation. Give an example of fixed capital. Fixed capital will be raw material. Give an example of working capital. Working capital will be money. When you say raw material, you should mention fixed capital won't be raw material. An example of fixed capital will be the machinery that's used. Okay. How is production organized? By combining factors of production. In which state of India is consumption of fertilizers maximum? This again, you will look in your textbook, you will read the chapter and find the answer. So in fixed capital, in example, you will write machine. Okay, 14. Who provides capital to the small farmers at high interest? Money lenders. Which farmers are likely to borrow the most and why? Well, you're going to find the answer in your textbook and write it down. Mention the farming methods used in Palampur, which require a great deal of capital. Again, you will read the text and write the answer. Why are farm laborers paid less wages? Again, you will find the text and write down the answers. Name the crops whose production increased with the Green Revolution. Another question which you are going to search for the answer and write from your textbook. These are all 1 marker, so don't make them very long. List the states that first tried the modern farming methods to increase crop production. Another question that you'll have to search, but you may not find these answers in your text. For that, you will have to find the answer on Google. These questions have to be written down in your notebooks. In the previous screen, in the previous slide, not all questions have to be written down, but in this, all 3 will be written down. Briefly state the implications of electricity coming early to Palampur. The 3-mark question, so you write the answer in 80 words, and you are going to include the points, that is, transform the system of irrigation, Persian wheel replaces tube wells, and government and private tube wells. You can add more points, write it in point form in complete sentences. Next one, explain multiple cropping, state its advantage, and how has cropping trend changed in the last 15 to 20 years. Again, it's a 3-mark question, but this question has 3 parts. Explain multiple cropping, state its advantage, and how has cropping trend changed in the last 15 to 20 years. So you will write all these 3 answers. Rashi and Mudra are 2 friends studying in Palampur Primary School. Rashi's house is made of brick in the center of the village. It should be brick over there. While Mudra's home is in a corner made of straw and mud. What do you infer about the social setup of this village, and which development goals can you set for this village? Now, this is a value-based question. So you will answer this with the understanding of the chapter, whatever you have understood from the chapter. So with this, I'm going to end today's class. Take care, stay home and stay safe, and keep learning.